Hi guys, it's Meg. Welcome back to my channel, or hello if you are new here. But a lot of you guys recently have been asking me for more story times or saying you missed my story times. And I actually have been posting quite a lot of them over the past couple months. So if you haven't seen them or they haven't popped up on your recommended, just check my uploads because you might have missed some. I do have quite a few, so I just wanted to say that first off the bat, but I thought it would be a good idea. I've never done this, but I thought it would be a funny little idea to talk about the times that I've actually been confronted for making a story time about somebody. It's happened a couple times, and sometimes were more dramatic than others. So to start off, I'll just jump right in. And if you don't know which story I'm talking about, I will link them below just so you have a reference if you don't know which one I'm talking about or if you haven't seen the one that I'm talking about. So I was actually surprised at the outcome of a lot of my story times. A lot of the ones about guys, like I think almost all of the ones that I made that were about guys or dating or, you know, getting cheated on, none of those guys confronted me about it. So either they didn't see it, but I know that the guy who I made this story about walking in on him at the party he invited me to, and he was like on top of another girl, I know that he saw that video. I know that he saw that video because it has over 1 million views on it, and like there's no way that nobody he knew from like that whole lacrosse team did not see that video. Like there's 100% chance he's seen it. So I was actually shocked he didn't reach out and say like, fuck you. But you know, it's funny because it's like all of my stories are true. There's no lying. So what are they going to say? Like that didn't happen? Like it did happen. So, I mean, it's better off not to say anything because why piss off somebody who you already pissed off in the past? Like there's no point. Like I was telling a story. I did not use your name. There's no repercussions for you. Like my subscribers are not attacking you. So there really is no point in reaching out and confronting me. But girls, let me tell you, girls do not like that shit. They do not like the story times made about them. And I mean, I would be upset too, but if you have something coming to you, then you have something coming. I've actually had ex-boyfriends or like ex-guys that I've been seeing be like, thanks for not making a video about me. And I'm like, dude, the only people that I make videos about, like the bridges are burned. Like there is no coming back from that. There is no being friends. So when it comes to that, like, it's like, I don't make videos about every person that I get in a fight with or every person that things don't work out with. Like that would be very immature on my part. But when someone does something super fucked up, I will make a story time on it. Like it's entertaining because it's so unbelievable how certain people act. When it comes to girls, they get very, very upset. So I made this video about my ex-best friend from college. And basically, a long story short, because the story is long and it's fucked up, but basically we were friends for 2 years. I invited her to an event in which we won a free spring break. Like there was a contest going on at the event that I invited her to. We won and we got a free spring break. So the next year, we planned to go on this spring break. And we were planning it alongside a sorority at our school. I guess my roommate knew a couple girls in the sorority or whatever. We were planning to go, like, and they were going too. So it would be a big group of girls and it would have been really fun. So I'm thinking that we would room together since I got her the fucking trip in the first place. No. So we get there. And this random girl, it's very nice, but I did not know her. She was a stranger to me. She comes up to me and says, hey, we're going to go to our room. Are you going to come with us? I'm like, I'm sorry, excuse me? I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And she said, oh, like you're rooming with us. Imagine being in a different country. And your best friend or your roommate, who is only there because of you, ditched you, set up months in advance that you would be staying with a group of strangers doesn't tell you, because we had this conversation. I was like, oh, like, do you know what the rooming situation is yet? Like, who's going to be in our room with us? She was very vague about it, said we'd figure it out, had planned, told the sorority girls, didn't tell me that I was going to be rooming with them on a vacation in a different country. I find out when I got off the bus. That's how fucked up of a person she was. And so I told that story because it was probably like the meanest thing that anyone's ever done to me, to like exile me like that. And how uncomfortable. Like, I would not now go on a trip with strangers. Like, I don't know these girls. I don't know. They turned out to be very nice, but she didn't know them. I didn't know them. Why the fuck would you do that? So it was very upsetting, and it was very upsetting to realize someone who I thought was my best friend was actually a fucking bitch and was like plotting behind my back and like probably making fun of me and like all this shit. So like I said, it was one of the meanest things anyone's ever done to me. So I was telling the story because it was horrible. And, you know, I did overcome that while I was there. So while I was there, I ended up having the time of my life. Like, I made the best out of a bad situation. And that's why I wanted to make a video about it, because it was probably one of the meanest things anyone's ever done. I was upset initially on vacation, and then I got over it, and I had the time of my life, and I said, fuck you. Did not talk to her, was not friends with her after that. So I told that story on YouTube because it was it was like an insane story. Like, who does that? I would never treat somebody like that. So I told the story on YouTube. And I get a text, like, the next day that was like, hi, it's Mindy. One of my friends sent me your creepy video. I'm like, first of all, bitch, how the fuck is my video creepy? I'm literally telling everyone, like, how much of a bitch you are and how you suck and how you treat people. Why is that creepy? Like, she reminds me so much of that scene from Mean Girls where she's like, why did you ditch me? And Regina's like, why are you so obsessed with me? Like, that's legitimately her. She's like so delusional that she's like, everyone's in love with me. It's like, no, I actually just fucking hate you, and what you did to me was really fucked up. So she went around and like talked so much shit about me, dude, to everybody. So I'm like, I think it's pretty fair that I told my side of the story on YouTube. Did not use your name. Why are you upset? Like, literally, why do you care what I think? You know what I mean? Why do you fucking care? She said to me, like, my friend sent me that creepy video. Why are you and your friends watching my YouTube video? I'm the creep, but you're watching my YouTube channel. Right. She tried to play it off like she wasn't watching my YouTube videos, that a friend sent her my YouTube videos. I don't know why your friends are watching my YouTube videos. I'm not friends with them. Hi, bitches. So she said that her friend sent her my video and that I'm a psycho and that's why she didn't want to be my roommate anymore, and all, like, still trying to like bully me like years later. I'm like, honey, I'm very confident in myself. I don't need you to validate it with your shallow, narcissistic ass. Okay? I don't need your help. She started threatening me and saying that if I ever talked about her again, oh my God, she was going to get a lawyer and have my whole YouTube channel taken down, because we know people can fucking do that, right? Because I anonymously mentioned her in a video that she was going to get my whole channel removed. I'm like, bitch, do you know what defamation is? Do you know what slander is? Everything I said was true, first of all. Secondly, didn't use your name. You were anonymous. None of the people watching this video know who the fuck I'm talking about in real life. So what case? What lawyer is going to take that case on? I would just love to know. Not sure. Not sure if you thought about that one before trying to threaten me. Now you know how it feels when people go around talking shit, because that's what she did. I think she was just upset that in the end people were going to see that she did fucked up things to me. Yeah, so basically she just is like the most shallow person I've ever met, and everything's about her, and if you talk shit about her, that you're obsessed with her. So, you know, there's not a lot of people on this planet that if they got hit by a truck, I, you know, wouldn't care. She's one of them. I really wouldn't. Her and my ex-boyfriend of 4 years who cheated on me. would not flinch if someone told me they got hit by a Mack truck. Maybe that's not nice to say, but I really wouldn't flinch. And that's just being honest. I wouldn't flinch. So, you know, if you take that as an obsession, then you go for it, girl. I am obsessed. Who else? So then after our situation didn't work out, me and this girl, I had to room randomly with 3 girls the next year because my mom wouldn't let me move off campus in a house with my friends. So I had to room with random people and stay on campus in like an apartment. It was interesting. But honestly, it was better than the time I had with Mindy. So anyway, I made that story time about how my roommate almost burnt our apartment down. I thought it was a funny story. I did talk a little shit about the girl in it. I don't remember what I named her, but in the story, but you know, she was just like very passive aggressive, would leave notes and stuff. I'm not really a notes person. Like if I have a problem with you, like we're gonna talk it out like adults. But she did not. She would leave me notes. And then one day she lit a fire up in the kitchen because she walked away when she was cooking, started a fire. I put the fire out. We got a bill because she had burnt like 4 tiles on the floor. She's lucky she didn't burn the whole apartment building down. And she says, we're all going to split it. And so I was like, no. So I told that whole story in my YouTube video. She Snapchat messages me like probably a month later because I don't know how she found my video. I don't really know how these people find my videos or if they're just creeping on my YouTube channel. I really don't know. Hi, everybody. Hello, everyone I went to high school with. I don't give a fuck. She messages me and she's like, I saw your YouTube video. Like, you're so funny. And I'm like, honestly, it was a pretty fucking funny story, if I do say so myself. Basically, you almost burnt our apartment down, and I had to learn how to use a fire extinguisher and put it out while I was taking a nap. Like, that happened. So, yeah, it was a pretty funny fucking story. Again, no one knows it was you. I don't know why you're so butthurt. I don't know why you're still creeping on my shit. I don't talk to you. I don't even know if you have a YouTube channel. You might have a fucking YouTube channel. I don't know. I don't keep tabs on you. So that was another person who called me out. Less dramatic than the first one, saying there were going to be legal repercussions and my channel was going to be removed. Oh my God, my channel. Yeah, that's hilarious. You can't do that. So, and then I had a story about high school. It wasn't really much of a story time. It was a long time ago that I posted this. It was a story about girls in high school who I went to a party that I wasn't invited to, but I went with a guy that I was seeing, and I left my bag at the party, and none of the girls told me to leave. Everyone was really nice to me, and then when I left the party and I had left my bag, I remembered I had to go back and get it, and they had brought my bag out on the street and ran it over and backed up and ran it over again. And, like, my friend Brian, who was at the party, like, I called him and I was like, hey, I left my bag there. Can you check if it's still there? And he told me all this happened. And I was like, what the fuck? So I told that in a story about bullying in high school and, like, how to deal with it. And actually, one of the girls whose house, there was, like, 10 girls doing this. They were all older than me. I had no idea what I did to them. I didn't do anything to them. And I never knew why they did it. I guess they were just mad that I went to the party or something. But the girl whose house it was she watched that video. I'm sure almost all of them did, but she was the only one who reached out to me. And it actually meant a lot. She reached out and she said, you know, I saw your video and I do want to apologize to you. Like, I don't know why we did that. And that was really mean. And I'm sorry. And at the time I was kind of like, why are you reaching out to me now? But it really was nice that she reached out and said she was sorry because I had not done anything wrong. And it was nice to hear her apologize, even though it was still like, I still think back and I'm like, wow, that was crazy. Like, why would anyone do that? But it was nice that she apologized because she was the only one out of like the whole group of people that apologized to me. So it took a lot, and I appreciate that. You know what I mean? It shows growth in a person to be like, wow, what I did and how I treated you was fucked up. And I really appreciated that she came forward and said, you know, what I did was fucked up. Because that means you're you're an adult. It takes a lot to admit that you were wrong in doing something. And there's just some people that are not like that and who are so narcissistic and crazy that they will never admit that they were wrong or never feel bad for how they treated someone. And then there's people who grow and they say, wow, what I did was really fucked up and I am sorry. And sometimes you just have to own up to it. And so it's funny. I mean, I guess not a lot of people would see a story time made about them and want to apologize. So I appreciated it coming from that girl. I appreciated her apologizing. I think that was it for people responding. I have had people I've gotten in arguments with be like, why don't you go make a video about it? Or, wow, go make a YouTube video about it. It's like, I'm not going to make a fucking video about you unless the bridges are burned and you've done something really fucked up. Really fucked up. Like, if we get in an argument or we just go our separate ways, there's people I've been friends with that we went our separate ways, or I don't really like them, but like nothing really happened. I'm not going to make a fucking video about them. You know, I only make a video about people who did really fucked up things and were really fucked up people. That's who gets videos on my channel. So, in the future, I will have story times, but obviously you guys, they have to come to me naturally and I'm not going to make shit up. So I'm sorry if you want more and I can't give you a made up story, but I will only post stories that have actually happened. So hopefully this will suffice because this is kind of like a little story time